I didn't hit record during that whole thing. I didn't hit record during that whole thing. Motherfucker. I just recorded an entire Minecraft video, and by recorded I mean went through an entire Minecraft video and didn't record any of it. I forgot to hit the button or some shit. I could have sworn I did. Apparently I didn't. I'm a fucking moron. But yeah, I'm gonna give you the quick version. I'm sorry, this was like a pushing right up against the time limit. It was a 15-minute video. I'm gonna try and blast through this because I'm a little upset at myself right now. But I'm gonna basically do it backwards too, because I was gonna show you. Oh, do I still have? Oh, I currently have night vision potion active, which is gonna kind of ruin the effect because I put an 8-minute potion on. But you may not notice, but look how night vision affects the nether, like how much brighter everything is, and your draw distance is unlimited, and it's so useful. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna be kind of snippy during this whole thing because I'm so pissed at myself. But anyway, yeah, the frickin' night vision potion in the nether is awesome, and it kind of, to an extent, it actually kind of takes away some of the fear of the nether because it gets so much brighter and kind of almost cheery. I guess you have to take my word for it since it's going to take another 3 minutes for this to wear off. But anyway, let's go back and I'll show you the 2 new farms. Well, one that I built and one that I'm working on at my pace. Later, pigmen! And yeah, basically ask what... I'm not spending a whole lot of time in Minecraft, probably a few hours a week, just like when I have some spare time. You know, I try to do one night during the week to record this video, and then on the weekends, kind of during kind of some downtime when I'm watching the kids. You know, I've got a few minutes here, a few minutes there to just hop on. So I've just been kind of doing incremental improvements to my base rather than going and doing bigger projects like the miniature golf course. Which, of course, is another unfinished project, as we pretty much knew it would be, but, but anyway, oh yeah, Ender. Anyway, that's just kind of what I've been doing, and, so yeah, let me know if there's something specific you guys would like to see, maybe something, like, take in the new features. I've been trying to focus what I've been doing around here on the new features, just because, you know, they're neat and they're adding a lot to the game, and that's what's keeping me interested right now, is trying out all this new stuff in the game, and also putting in the farms that, for the longest time, I've been kind of just digging these tunnels, kind of like, man, I want to make this area so I can make these farms, but then I dig out all these big tunnels, and then I don't want to take the effort to dig out the actual room to build the farm. Well, I've been doing that finally, and just kind of killing time here and there, digging out some areas, and then building farms. And this is my partial nether wart farm, which... I went and now that since 1.4 I think is when it was added, nether wart grows in the overworld as long as you have it on soul sand. You know, I've got a farm here, and basically I dug out the bottom 2 layers as you can see here, and I went ahead and planted the nether wart because I figured why not just let it start growing before I dig out the rest of the room. And I made this the same size as my other farms, and this is more nether wart than I'm ever going to use. I wish there was something else that kind of grew in the nether that was worth growing in here to split the space. Because, you know, like in my carrot and potato farm, it's kind of split half and half. My wheat farm is this size, but it takes 3 wheat to make some bread. And nether wart, it's just, you know, these yield a lot. They grow fast, and it's only like 1 per potion. Actually, it's 1 per 3 potions. So there's not a whole lot of... you know, those aren't used up all that quickly, so, but it's a bigger farm than it needs to be. I changed the label on my enchanting room. You've already seen this, but I'm going through. Should have gone around the other way. Show you my new tree farm. We go down the stairs. It's recessed a little bit because it's taller. I need to decide what kind of like statue or fountain I want to put in here, something to fill up this space. Maybe that's good suggestions. What would you guys like? What can I fill this space with? Oh, what's this? Trees. Ooh, the soothing sounds of running water. When I recorded this video just a couple seconds ago, I went through and I cut down a bunch of these trees to show you how this water collection system works. But now I'm just going to use cookies because I've got a lot of them, and dang it, I'm so ticked at myself. But basically the way this works is, as some of you guys may know, oak trees are the only ones that will actually grow adjacent to each other. They don't need any room around the base. All the rest need a 2-block space between trees of that same type, and then a 4-block space between trees of a different type so that they can grow out 2 spaces because the leaves can't grow into each other. So that's the layout for this. And then I've got, you know, saplings and the wood for each type of tree as we go. As they fall into the water collector. Because I'm using ice to switch between these streams so I can extend it, I have to block off the areas where the items would fall in there. So sometimes stuff does get trapped up against it. Like there's a good example. There's that cookie. So I put in these ladders so I can just, if it gets stuck against there, I grab it. The rest fall into the collector, get shot down here. The ice makes the objects not stop between water streams, but they slide across the ice and into the next water stream so that they all get carried back down here. Abracadabra. Easy peasy. Oh, there's some other ones I lost. I was like, I thought I had more than that, but there we go. So that's how I collect those. Some of these saplings actually, well, maybe it's probably 4 or 5 minutes, but anyway, that's my tree farm. I like it. You know, it's not supposed to be the most efficient design in the world, just something that I can get the resources I need when I want to. The last thing I want to show you. God, it takes so long to get around my base. I am so... I don't know, it's not... I guess it's just pride, but I'll show you that real quick. But these goddamn fucking cookies that Rakito put in all over my base. And by the way, I think I still... I think there might still be a couple chests I haven't completely cleaned out. I've gotten most of them, I think, but I don't know if there's any I missed. But in my kitchen, I've got my baked goods. So it's all these cookies and then cakes and pumpkin pies. But I've also got this auxiliary box full of these cookies. I guess I don't have quite as many as I thought, but I carry around about 2 stacks a time. And I am ready to be done eating fucking cookies because they only fill up 1 hunger bar at a time, and I have to eat so many of them. And I've got, you know, well, I don't have much chicken, but I've got enough wheat that I can, you know, start making bread to live on. And actually, with my potato farm, baked potatoes are going to be easy for me to get. So, and they, you know, they refill like 2.5 or 3 per shot. And I'm ready to be done with these goddamn cookies. Let's see, is there something... I'm trying to think if there's probably still some, like, chest that I don't get in very often that still has cookies in it. But I think I've cleared almost all of them out by now. I just kind of clear them as I get to them. I haven't gone out of my way or anything. Anywho, one of you guys, and I'm sorry I didn't, again, check who it was or remember, made the suggestion for what to do with this space of making it a chicken farm. And I like that idea, not just because, you know, it's a chicken farm, but because what they said in the comment was, if you put the chicken farm down there, then you don't have to listen to the chickens, which is a really good point. If I put all my animal farms down here, then I don't have to listen to all the goddamn animals. Like, if they're up there in my laboratory, they'll be within range, most likely, or close to within range to where I could probably hear them from my base. Or at least whenever I'm in the labs, like, collecting stuff from my farms, I would hear them, clock, 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 oink, oink, oink. So putting them down here means that if I want animal stuff, I can come down here. So, you know, we'll have chickens and then, like, cows and pigs and sheep. And obviously, I'm not going to just keep it, well, maybe not obviously, but I'm not going to just keep it as this big area like this. I'll take this big room and I'll split it up into different areas. So, like, maybe I'll create a holding area for a certain number of chickens that's just used to pop out eggs. So that I'll leave them alive, and then I'll have a separate area where I take those eggs and spawn in chickens so that I can slaughter them. Basically how the chicken farm was set up before Oxy blew it up. but in a way that it's in my base so it's convenient for me to actually use, and people don't just come in and steal all the goddamn chicken after I go through all the trouble of gathering the eggs and growing the chickens. That was, I mentioned this before, that was the most frustrating thing about the chicken shop that I built in town, is that I would go through all the trouble of sitting around and gathering up eggs, breaking them so that I could, spawn all those chickens, and then when they grew up, I would come back and they would have all been slaughtered and someone took all the chicken and didn't bother to replace any of them. I mean, with the wheat farm, it was easy enough to say, hey, if you take something, replant it, right? But with chickens, apparently the same assumption wasn't there, that if you take the chickens, you should replace the goddamn chickens. So I just gave up on that farm or that shop in town, and it's completely empty. And I said I shouldn't be as bitter as I am, but I put quite a few hours into harvesting chicken eggs, and every time I would go back to reap the bounty of my harvest, it was all gone. I mean, you can tell by the fact that, this is as much chicken as I have to my name right now. And it's not because I've eaten a lot of chicken, I'll tell you that. It's because I never frickin' got any. But, yeah. Sorry this was kind of a grumpy one, but damn it, I was stupid and didn't record. But let me know what you guys want to see from Minecraft. Let me know just in general what videos you're enjoying, what videos you're not enjoying. If Black Ops 2 is not your cup of tea, I'm sorry, but I'm just loving the crap out of that game right now. And I'm gonna probably post this video up in the middle of my series of posting the Pip and Wheezy's Drunk Extravaganza series, which was a glorious 2 hours on Saturday night when Sarah and I got back from a fundraising event at her school and drank a bottle of wine and a bottle of champagne, respectively. But, yeah, anyway, I will talk to you minions later. I love you. Goodbye.